I've just got to shout out Lindsay and Lisa and who
Megan.
was Megan. I wanted to say Michelle, and I knew that wasn't right. Michelle's my new coach. Megan, Lindsay, and Lisa put together the point challenge for this week, and I'm so excited. They had some really great ideas, and I'm really excited to see how people stay engaged. Make sure that you're encouraging your challengers to do that, because it's really cool what they put together.
I wanted to shout out Andrea. I mean, she only signed up last month with our sneak peek, and she's just gone. She's just flying through. And I love her posts, just wondering, like, am I doing this right? I'm like, girl, you're so far beyond like where most of us were a month into this.
She's a rock star. I think a big thing for her too is that she had been doing T25 since like January 1st. Like, she had committed to herself. Like, and she wasn't my challenger yet. We've been talking on Instagram for years now, but she did it and committed to it and had great success. And so she's a believer. Like, she knows this works. And so it's easy for her to talk about.
I want to shout out Lauren Kennedy because her posts always make my day. You are the happiest person in the world, and I love it. I could be in the worst mood and see your post, and I smile. So just keep rocking it, girl.
And you're super cute.
Yes.
In everything that you do.
Thanks. Y'all are awesome.
I've also got to shout out Faith, because Faith has been a huge inspiration. I don't know if she knows this, but she's been a huge inspiration to me through 80-Day Obsession. Like, there were some times when I felt like I didn't want to finish, or I didn't really love it, or I didn't want to do like the nutrition. And every time I saw her show up, whether it be like on our Saturday dates, because we would do workouts late together on Saturday mornings, or like she'd come to my house once a week, or once a month, to do a workout together, it just really pushed me. And like, your commitment to the program and to the nutrition was really inspirational to me. And I did not do that with 80-Day Obsession, and I regret it a little bit. But tomorrow I'm starting prep week for Shift Shop, and I'm all in. And it's because I saw you do that, and I saw the joy it brought you, and I'm kicking myself for not giving myself that same opportunity, and I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it right.
Thanks. I really needed that.
You're welcome. Jackie, you want to show us your avatar stuff?
Hey, sure. You guys hear me? Okay. So last year, I think it was around this time, there was a Super Saturday near me where I lived. I now live in Chambersburg, but when I lived in Mifflin County, in State College near Penn State. And Brittany went with me, and I think Jenna went with me. I think it was the three of us. And Ashley Laughlin was a presenter there. And that was the second time I've actually seen her there. So I don't know if maybe she lives nearby there in Pennsylvania or what. But anyway, when I had seen Lindsay's, I think you did a video when you were at school talking about Ashley Laughlin and Avatar. And I was like, oh, I totally saw her talk about that. And I took pictures of all of her slides. And so I just kind of went over them. And actually also, she has a YouTube video about this too. So I'm just going to generally go over it, and then I'm going to share with you the name of the YouTube video if you guys want to go and watch it. It's maybe like a little under a half hour long. Okay, so she talks about being specific, being authentic, and being you. So people like to follow other coaches for inspiration. And Lindsay had talked about this, but you tend to not be original when you do that. So I think Lindsay was the one that had mentioned that Ashley doesn't follow any coaches because she wants to make sure she's original. So she talks a lot about that, which is what leads into why she creates this avatar. When you're speaking to everyone, you're really actually speaking to no one because you're being general, and people are not going to relate to you when you're being general. She talked about how a lot of coaches on her team post the same sweaty selfies, the same shake pictures, the same pictures of you being in front of your TV or wherever you take your pictures. And those surface level posts are not going to do a whole lot for your business. So they're going to get boring, they're going to get old, and they're going to get annoying. So they're okay like in the beginning, but they're only going to get you so far. And you want to get to that next level, and you want to dig deep. She doesn't want you to get caught up in the shoulds. Like, for example, I should be eating healthy. I should like exercise. All these things you should do because you're a fitness coach. That's not true. Like, she talks about how she hates working out. And it's okay to talk about how you hate working out, but you do it because you know it's good for your body. Or you know you're still going to love and eat pizza, and you're going to do things in moderation. So don't act like you love everything about health and fitness when in reality there's probably at least one thing you don't like about it, but you do it anyway because you know it benefits you. Get over your fear of rejection and criticism, which we talk about a lot. You'll get people that it will push them away because of your authenticity and your honesty. But honestly, you don't want those people in your tribe. You don't want those people as your challengers. And it's okay, because not everyone's going to relate to you, and not everyone's going to want to be with you on this journey. And you just have to be okay with that, because there's also going to be a ton of people who are going to relate to you. Okay, so here's where she talks about finding your ideal client or coach. And I'm going to try sharing my screen. I sent the pictures here on my computer. Shoot. Okay. Can you guys see that? Yeah? Okay. All right. So this is her avatar that she created. And she named her avatar Taylor. The reason she picked the name Taylor is because Taylor's her middle name. Honestly, you can pick whatever name you want, but she picked Taylor. And she has 5 main categories: a profile, history, personality traits, wants, and spends money on. So you want to think about who you want to be working with, whether it's a coach or a challenger. And you kind of want to list Taylor, but they're things about you. So for example, whenever she created this, she was 30 years old. She's college educated at the time. She was working on her PhD, I believe. I don't know if she has got it since then, but education is a big part of her life, and that she likes to see other people that are well educated. She was a teacher at one point. I think now she's just a stay-at-home mom. Married, she wants to reach out to moms or soon-to-be moms. So you can see she has history. She comes from a working-class family, a lot of debt, past yo-yo dieter. She loves food. And then she has all these other things. So like basically you're just listing and creating this avatar that's about you, but you're naming it like a fictional person. And you're going to use this to help create your posts. So on the right-hand side, you see it says create your avatar. So those are the 4 questions that kind of help you create your characteristics for your avatar. Who is your ideal customer or coach? What are their biggest burdens and problems that they face? How has their past shaped them? And how do you intend to solve these problems? So those are just questions to kind of think about while you are creating your avatar. And I have all of these slides on pictures, and I can post them on the team page. So like, don't feel you have to write absolutely everything down if you're more of a visual and would rather just see this picture anyway. So I'm the same way. Okay. So my next one is, so she has a struggle web is what she calls this. So you see in the middle here, my struggles, and she has 3 main things coming out. She has the health and fitness, professional, and the family history. And then she has lots of things spidering out. So she again, you know, it's another thing to kind of help with who are you targeting. So with health and fitness, there's things she does. So she hates exercise. She was a yo-yo dieter, binge eater. So essentially they're kind of like So there's struggles, things that either you currently struggle with or you used to struggle with, but you don't struggle with anymore. Anything that you can relate to other people that are true about you. Family history, she talks about depression in her family and addiction, and because of that, she's not one that takes pills or medicine really of any kind. When she delivered her daughter, she said that she didn't want any medications because she knows the history in her family, and she's been able to relate to other people about that because they have addictions in their families or whatever. So she created this struggle web to also help with thinking about, oh, I can do a post about yo-yo dieting and how I've been a yo-yo dieter. Or I could do a post about my student loan debt, which is a big one that a lot of us like to talk about because a lot of us have gone to school. And let's face it, not many of your parents or our parents have paid for our school, and you're left with a lot of money, unfortunately, to pay for. Health and fitness. So she has IBS, talks about that, being a binge eater. Professional, lost passion for teaching. So she went to school for teaching, but then she had lost it, which I know some of you can also relate. I know at times I can relate myself. Things like that. So this is just another way to find ways to share your story and create this big web. And you don't have to have the same 3 things that she had with health, fitness, professional, and family history. Those are the 3 big ones I guess she came up with. Feel free to add more or replace one of them with something that fits better to you and your lifestyle. And then she had some sample posts that she created and got a lot of feedback on that were pieces of her avatar or her struggle web. So this one was about being a binge eater, yo-yo dieter, an occasional gym goer. And it's essentially a transformation post, how her body now is better than her body was 10, 12 years ago. And I've seen a lot of people talk about that on social media. And that is, I think one recently just did that. I feel like I just saw that today. I don't remember who it was. But that's something that would get a lot of action. Here, she has a picture of her daughter about being a boss lady. So like dreading Mondays, dreaming of Fridays. A lot of you can relate to that, how you really want to stay at home kind of thing. She's a couple of them. I can share them below. This one's about her thighs. Something she's always hated about her thick thighs. Her shoulds. She should stick with her job because it's safe. She should keep to herself and stay off social media. This one's a health one about no bake brownies, something healthy to share with other people. So those are the different ways she shares her breadcrumbs. Sorry, I'm trying to find, how do I unshare? How do I go back? Stop share, found it, okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so once you have all of that done, she wants you to breadcrumb it, which is something that we talk about all the time in tiny tidbits. So in every post, you essentially want to ask, how can I speak to my avatar? You want to talk to that person that you created every single time. It's okay to share pieces over and over again. So she mentioned about how maybe you talked about something today, and then even 2 or 3 weeks from now, you can mention it again, not necessarily the same exact post, but the same exact subject, because there's a good chance that 50% of the people on your friends list did not see what you typed up that day. And even if they did, seeing it a second time, maybe it resonates with them better that day than it did the last time. So don't be afraid to share things more than one time. What else? Make sure you're crystal clear on who you are and who you want to attract. Don't be general. You have to be specific. You want to continue to build your consistent brand. She created a call to action for her team. And I think this might be a good idea because this has been on my list to create these three things, or these two things, I should say. So I'm thinking maybe this might be an idea, and Lindsay, you can let me know what you think. I think maybe we all could create our own avatar, and then we all could create a struggle web, and maybe have, I don't know, an album for each of them, or a post, a thread or something, and then we can see them all. She mentioned she was doing that with her team. And you can always tweak them, obviously, and like give feedback to each other. You know, I don't know how long we want to give for this. Obviously, maybe at least like a few days or a week or so, or the next team call. I don't know. And then her third call to action was make sure you share one piece of your story 5 times a week, which is something we kind of talk about and do anyway, or we should be doing anyway. So by creating that web and by creating your avatar, those 2 detailed things, which kind of link together anyway, you should have a lot to be sharing your pieces of your story 5 times a week. The second you start sharing your story, people will be able to relate to you. So I know I do see coaches on our team that do this, you know, and this, she's not saying sweaty selfies like are not okay, but if that's all that you're doing all the time, like people aren't going to care, and it is going to get annoying. And unfortunately, like they're going to move on. So that is basically the tidbit of what she shared. If you go to YouTube and type in Ashley Laughlin, and she spells her name without an E, it's ASHLY when you search Ashley Laughlin. And it's called Finding Your Ideal Client and Coach is the video. The video is 37 minutes long, but the last 10 minutes are like a question and answer for her team call. So it's really, I think, like 27 minutes. If you wanted to listen to the detailed information, she puts the same exact slides that I took pictures of on it. I rewatched it today and yesterday just to make sure to refresh my memory. It's really good. She's a really cool person, I think. I don't know if anyone else has seen her or heard her anywhere, but she's really awesome. So that's all I got. Let me look at the chat box. I was kind of ignoring it because I was going to get off track. Okay, those brownies sound amazing. Oh, okay. Does she mainly focus her business on Facebook? She does it definitely off of a like page. I think she does a lot of stuff off her like page, but I follow her on Instagram too, so I see her on both. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, thanks, Lisa. Anyone else have any questions? Oh yeah, Jenna, yeah, you were there with me. That's right, yep. She was really good. Yeah, I don't know if she has a regular, if she does have a regular Facebook page. I was never able to find it, so I just follow her like page on Facebook. So if no one else has any questions, I guess that's it. Thanks. Hope that was all right.
No, I love the idea of us doing an avatar and a struggle web. Do you know what she used to create that? That was fancy.
I honestly don't. I know it really was fancy. I don't know how and where she did it. It is pretty nice. I don't know if maybe she used like Canva or I don't know.
I mean, even if we just do it in our notebook and snap a picture and put it in the album. I love that. I think that's such a good idea.
I agree. And she definitely made it look really nice. I mean, the web page is really nice. And she just made these slides on Google Docs. So I don't know if she did directly write on Google Doc or did like a copy and paste.
I like that. Do you want to share that in the team?
Yeah,
page?
I can share all of those slides that I have. Yeah. Do you want me to put them specifically anywhere or just a post with all the pictures in it?
Yeah, or maybe even under the business tools album.
Okay.
That way everyone knows where to go for them.
Okay.
And, do you want to post asking for people to like for those calls to action?
Yeah, I can do that.
I can make the album covers tomorrow because I've saved that template into Canva. It takes me like 2 seconds to change the album cover. Awesome. I love that. Thank you, Jackie. That was really, really good. I took lots of notes. And I started my struggle web while I was looking at hers.
Excellent.
Does anyone have any questions or anything they want to say before we go for the night? I'm looking at the chat box now too.
It still throws me off when it says Erica to Hanukkah.
I know, and actually Sarah ended up purchasing Zoom, so
Oh, did she?
yeah, I need to ask her for her login stuff. She already gave it to me once, but it's way back in text messages. It would take me forever to find it. So I need to ask her for it again. But she's in Mexico, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, she went too?
Yeah. Yeah, be following Christy and Sarah and Mindy and Erica because they are all in Mexico.
Is Amy going?
Yes,
Amy
but
Crockett?
she's not going until the next wave.
Oh,
So
okay.
she leaves like Thursday. So, hey, Ryan.
Hi, Lindsay.
Alrighty. Good night, guys.
Night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.